Abramovich, an oil tycoon and one of the oligarchs next to Putin, whose fortune in 2021 was estimated at $14.5 billion, is a citizen of Russia, Portugal, and Israel, and a resident of London. He is officially the richest Portuguese in the world and is one of the 10 richest men in London. In the list of the richest people in Britain according to the Sunday Times, Abramovich now ranks 28th, while previously his name was on the 8th line. It is said that Abramovich is now actively selling off his London real estate, the total value of which is about $250 million. Abramovich was governor and donor of Chukotka for 8 years during the Putin administration. To get rid of possible political risks, he sold Sibneft to Gazprom and remained the richest man in Russia for 3 years. Although Abramovich rarely gives interviews, he is the most famous Russian businessman in the world. This happened thanks to the purchase of the English soccer club, Chelsea, in 2003. Another passion of the billionaire, inspired by his ex-wife Daria Zhukova, is contemporary art. Investments in the Garage Center, annual visits to the Venice Biennale, and visits to the Strelka Institute. Only the Western press is unhappy. Residents of Venice have repeatedly complained that the billionaire's giant yacht obscures their view of their favorite city. Abramovich is known for his penchant for demonstrative wealth. Billionaire Roman Abramovich owns an empire of real estate in the UK worth more than $274.25 million. In London, Abramovich lives in a villa with 15 bedrooms, which is estimated at $200 million. In 2018, Abramovich also bought a 3-story penthouse in the Chelsea waterfront complex for $30.2 million. However, the pearl of his British empire, the publication calls a 15-bedroom mansion in Kensington Palace Gardens. According to the newspaper, the property on the Street of Billionaires cost Abramovich $123.4 million, and today is worth at least $171.4 million. In late 2019, he bought the Beit Ha-Megan office building on Tel Aviv's waterfront for $57 million from French businessman Dominique Romano, which he plans to turn into a hotel. In 2021, Abramovich received a new 145-meter yacht, Solaris, in addition to his Eclipse, 2009, 162.5 meters, the second longest in the world. Both were in the Aegean Sea off the Turkish coast in March 2022. Experts estimate that Abramovich's art collection is worth at least $1 billion. In January 2013, he bought a collection of 40 works by Ilya Kabakov, an estimated value of $60 million. Moreover, his private jet, on which the oligarch travels, is one of the largest airliners in the world, the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. Abramovich owns the Indian restaurant Dip in Brilliant in Chelsea, which is managed by famous chef Dipna Anand. Previously, ownership of the businessman of this restaurant is also not reported. His eldest son Arkady has his own investment company Era Capital, founded in London in 2011. Era Capital owns 44.1% of the ordinary shares of the oil company Zoltov Resources with a capitalization of almost $60 million.